This portion of Lifestyles is sponsored by Westside Chiropractic.
Dr. Jessica Ignacio of Westside Chiropractic is here with us today, and we're going to talk about a topic that we're hearing more and more about, and that's fibromyalgia. What is it exactly?
So I think fibromyalgia in the beginning, back when, I don't think a lot of people really knew what it was. And I think a lot of times it was just a lot of patients were just sore all over and they were achy all over, and the doctors, their primary doctor would say, oh, it's a blanket fibromyalgia. Well, no one really understood, I think, what it was, and so much has developed. And I think that fibromyalgia has come such a far way with, unfortunately, a lot more people are getting diagnosed with it. Basically what it is just that, I mean, you're just achy and you're sore and you have these flare-ups per se, and they're really not, it's generalized. So what all this means is it's not like it's a specific down the legs. It's not specific down the arms, but they're kind of like muscle tightness, trigger point pains, to where you'd be really sensitive to certain points on the back. And there's multiple points, multiple muscle tightness through there. And like I said, patients will suffer what is known as flare-ups, which means they could be fine one day and the next day they'll be really sensitive and really sore. And again, there's really no rhyme or reason or really any good treatment for it, if you will. But what we found is like chiropractic has really come a long way with helping these people with fibromyalgia. Because again, basically what it is a bunch of trigger points and muscle tightness. So the adjustments, what they'll help do is calm that inflammation down that is causing that pain of the fibromyalgia. So it calms that inflammation down. And what it also does is it helps the amount and prevents the amount of flare-ups that can occur over a specific time.
So if you come and see you and do those repeated follow-ups, you're going to ramp down some of that, those flare-ups.
And typically patients will come to me originally and they'll say, my doctor diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. And then that helps me because then I can see the specific points. And a lot of times I can feel those specific flare-ups.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Again, unfortunately, when patients do have these flare-ups, it is very sensitive and very sore. So that's where the adjustments as a whole, as a spine, when I adjust the spine and I adjust the vertebrae, as always, adjusting the vertebrae takes pressure off the nerves, which will then help desensitize what that patient is feeling, and again, makes them feel better all around.
Well, that's got to feel good to you to know that you can really relieve some of that.
Yes, because again, with these flare-ups, as I keep mentioning, when someone has a flare-up, it can be debilitating. They can't do things that they want to do. They can't, pick up their grandkids or play on the floor with their kids or even do everyday activities because they're in so much pain. So if I can help them to just decrease that and get them back to being able to do what they want to do, then it's all worth it. And that's what I like to do.
Well, and I know that you know this from dealing with people with fibromyalgia. So often, you might have it, I might have it, the camera crew might have it, and it's not the same.
Correct. Every patient presents it in a different manner. And it could be that some people have a mild case, which means, okay, they're achy and they're sore. And it can also be like energy draining because you're not feeling well. So then you're just getting, like, again, that energy is just depleting. So again, the adjustments overall will help take that pressure off and then boost that energy, because nervous system wise, everything is functioning as a whole, and overall that patient will hopefully feel better.
Respond really well to treatment.
And the important thing is, and the important thing to remember is, and I tell patients with fibromyalgia, unfortunately I'm not going to cure it, but at least I can help decrease the amount of flare-ups that you're having and decrease that inflammation and hopefully decrease the pain that you have with it.
Thank you, Jessica. As
You're
always,
welcome.
This is a wonderful piece of information. If you know someone or you have fibromyalgia, call our Westside Chiropractic. We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.
This portion of Lifestyles is sponsored by Westside Chiropractic.